Well, howdy folks, how's it going today? I hope you're all doing really good. Well, I've got another one in my guitar collection. This one just walked in this morning. One of my guitar collector friends and I did a little horse trading and swapped guitar for guitar. So I ended up with a Peavey Riptide, and I kind of like this guitar actually. You know, it's, as you can see, basically a Telecaster copy. There's some things that are different about it though. We'll get a good look at it on the bench here pretty soon. And we'll go over the kind of the history as well. So I haven't even played this plugged in yet, so you're going to hear it first with me right here in the shop, plugged into the little sidekick here on the floor. So let's start with the neck pickup. Okay, so that's with the volume and tone dimed, right on 10. Let's go to both pickups and see what it sounds like here. Back to the neck. All right, let's go to the bridge. That one's got a little bite to it. Was starting to drive the little sidekick into some places it probably hasn't been for a while. Let's just say that. Anyway, it's a pretty good sounding guitar. It seems to be pretty good as far as being, you know, microphonic. I don't hear any issues with that. And, you know, it feels pretty good to play. It's got a pretty flat radius on the fretboard. It's slight, but it's quite flat, but it really doesn't bother me that bad, I guess, is what I'm getting at. A couple dings and a couple chips. So from what I've gathered, they came in red, blue, black, and white. And the white one, again, I just kind of did a quick little research on that. Actually, we did that during the trade, but as far as we could tell, the white one was the only one that came with a maple fretboard. The other ones were rosewood, so I guess this one's a little bit different. Pretty good weight to it. It's a full thickness body, and everything seems to be pretty good quality. Like I said, it's got a set of Grover tuners on it, mini Grovers, and a 5-bolt neck. It's you know, contoured pretty nice. So let's, you know, throw it on the bench and take a good look at it here and see what it's all about. All right. Okay, well, let's take a good look at it here. As you can see, it's got a paint chip and a pretty good ding there, but that's not a big deal. That's just character, beauty marks, as I like to call them. As you can see, it's basically, you know, a lot like a Telecaster shape. A little different design and shape to it, but quite similar. It's got an ashtray style telly bridge with the 3 stainless barrels for the saddles. Basic, you know, single coil telly style with a lipstick in the front, and looks like it's not a flat pole in the back. It looks like a few might be raised, but again, very telly-esque. Master volume, master tone, 3-way switch. No control plate. The cavity is in the back of the guitar, and that's how you access the pots and whatnot. So a little different in that sense. Maple neck, maple fretboard, a good feeling neck to it, really. That really was the first thing I noticed. For me, I like the feel of it quite well. Kind of a neat looking headstock. Riptide, there you go. It's got a little ding on the tip of it, which again, that's not the end of the world to me. I'll probably introduce a few more as I go along. Now there are a few things I'm going to do as far as setup. The string heights are a little tall here at the nut, which isn't a big deal. I'm sure it probably has never had a real setup on it, it's just probably factory spec'd. But, it plays pretty decent. I might lower the action down a little bit, see what I can get away with, and kind of go from there. But it feels pretty decent to play right now. All right, let's flip it over and take a look at the back. Okay, so this is something that kind of caught my eye too. It's got a nice contour here, like a belly cut on the base side of the body. Got a 5-bolt neck system. Again, it's kind of neat, and it's tapered there at the heel, where the bolts go through the body as well. I don't know if you can quite see that, but and again, you have a rear cavity control access back here, string through. Again, we got a maple neck. I believe these are rock maple. It's got a nice profile to it. The neck's not huge, but it's, I'd say between a C and a D. Somewhere handy in there, but, my fingers are pretty short, and it felt really good to play to me, so just wanted to add that. We have mini Grovers here for tuners. And upside down, as you can see, it says made in Indonesia. All in all, a pretty well-made guitar from what I gather here. I do like the color as well. That was, kind of a selling point with me. I like a white guitar often, especially when they start to fade and get that little bit of yellowing effect. I think that's just a cool look. And, with the painted headstock, pretty neat looking guitar, really, honestly. I don't know a lot about the history. I'm going to share a little bit of what I found out here towards the end of the video, and maybe that'll help you guys out if you ever, come across something like this and, not really sure if it's good or bad. That's what this is all about, so far, so good. I'm going to say it's definitely above Squire quality. It's probably a middle of the road guitar, I'm going to say, but with a little TLC, I think it'll be a really good guitar to play. And, again, it's well made. I like the design. I like the 5-bolt neck. That's really neat too. There's a lot of cool little touches. Like I said, it come with Grovers. So price-wise, I think these were around $400-ish new, maybe $5-ish. I'm not positive. So again, let's get into the history just briefly, and hopefully that will help you guys out in your search, or if you just stumble across one. All right, so I tried to do a little bit of digging on the history of these. It's kind of tough to find out the exact year. I couldn't find it on Peavey's website, and I looked through a few forums, and from what I could find out, they're in the 2010s at least. A lot of the posts were from like 2015 and even prior to that, so I'm really not 100% sure. I'm guessing the information's out there somewhere, so if anybody knows, I would definitely love to know the year of it. In any case, I did look at the specs on the guitar. So it's an alder body, and it has a dual action truss rod, Canadian rock maple or hard maple neck, and they made these in red, blue, black, and white. And as I spoke of before, the white one, from what I gathered, was the only one with a maple fretboard. It's 25.5-inch scale. The nut width is 1.645 inches, or somewhere around 42 millimeters. And the last fret width here at the heel of the neck is 2.2 inches, or around 56 millimeters. So here's the funny thing that I really cannot figure out here. It says that the bridge pickup is a single coil Alnico 2 magnet 7.8K resistance. And it said in the specs that I found, which was the actual specs, I believe, that were in Guitar Player magazine at the time, or at least that's what it looked as though I was reading. It said that the neck pickup is a dual coil humbucker. Now, that doesn't look like a humbucker to me. It looks like a regular single coil, but it could be a double stack pickup possibly. Now, I don't really know. We'll have to take the control plate off to really know for sure. So let's take a quick look at it. Okay, so there does seem to be some confusion about the specs, because in one of the threads I was reading, somebody made the comment about, it having some sort of coil splitting setup in it. And there's no push pulls or any extra switches, so I don't think that's the case. All right, let's take a good look at this. Well, let's take a peek here. It looks like you're gonna have a pickup lead. I'd say we got, looks like 2 possible grounds coming back here, and 2 other, a yellow and a white wire. I don't believe these, there's no 4-wire pickups here, let's just say that, as far as I can tell here. Now, that doesn't mean it's not a double stack pickup, but that does kind of disprove any coil splitting or anything like that, even if it was in the switch. Okay, so I was going to take the scratch guard off here and take the pickup out. Took the screws out, but as you can see, the fretboard extends out over the guard, so I'm going to have to take the strings and the neck off to get this off. So I will do that the next time I change strings, and I think I should be able to figure it out then, easy enough. But if you guys know any more info about this, please let me know, leave a comment, whatnot. As soon as I get this torn apart, I will definitely post that information too. I'll shoot another video on it. So thanks again for watching. I really do appreciate it. We'll see you real soon. Be good. Okie doke.